Chuck D has been shouting "Fight the Power" for more than 30 years as a legendary lyricist and member of the iconic rap group Public Enemy. And now in his new Audible original Songs That Shook the Planet, he reintroduces listeners to indelible songs by artists who literally put their lives on the line to speak truth to power. How difficult was it to come up with the songs for Songs That Shook the Planet?
Quite easy, because I come from a different time where all these songs were in your head. We didn't have gadgets, we didn't have iPods, we didn't have all these different things that you was able to access maybe a million songs at your fingertips. So they rang in my head. Being from DJ culture, I'm able to go deep crates on anybody, meaning going into deep cuts. But in introducing in a time where people listen a little bit too much with their eyes, I decided to keep it simple, stupid, lay out the top layer. Maybe it could be the seed for people going into these songs to find it's an exploration into songs that really could move nations, souls, attitudes, especially in this time right now where it seems unfortunate that people could press a button and start a war.
Tell me about Mom playing these on the old school record player.
Mom playing these songs meant like, don't you touch that record player, do your chores. So they kind of like seeped into you by default. But these people were allowed in the black households because what they were speaking was relevant. They spoke outside the crib, but the people were allowed to speak in the house like if they were aunts and uncles. Black music was reflective.
But how did you bring it down to the 9? Because it feels like there are some people could say, well, you could have had James Brown or Nina Simone or lots of other people, right? So how did you pick these 9 songs?
I feel that from 1960 to 1980 is a great period of picking music that crossed everything. People, places, and things, and coming from a black standpoint, also bled off into the rest of society as being descriptive, relevant, and also shaking the status quo.
Bob Marley, Get Up, Stand Up. Why, how'd you choose that? Because Bob Marley has a number that you could have picked.
Well, yeah, and that's the one that says, you know what, you gotta fight the power, but you gotta fight for love, you know what I'm saying? And you gotta love to fight, but also fight for love. Bob Marley's music is all about love, you know?
Why do you feel that, well, I guess it's obvious because you said it was 0 to 20, but I'm curious because you picked songs that were older songs, several decades.
A song that was different that I picked was one rap song, was by Too Short.
Okay, yes.
And no one would expect that, you know, because people tend, casuals and people outside the genre, always look at the stereotype and run with it, the narrative that somebody says that rap music is or ain't. And I said, well, here's a guy, you know, we lent, you know, the beginning opened up to some of our shows, comes from the Bay Area, Oakland, also home of the Black Panthers and a lot of forward movement. Here's a guy known for like one type of blue type of rap music, but also did that one song that made everybody say, yeah, man, this is good for us. And just to say, you know, songwriters can come out of anything and say anything to be able to push us forward. I think a lot of rap artists and hip hop artists over its 50 years haven't been given the credit that they could too make songs like Bob Dylan and Billie Holiday.
Are current songs still shaking the planet?
I think current songs, I think today people move to what they see, maybe a little bit too much. People listen with their eyes. So it's music today, it's not just sound. When I was growing up, music today is sight, sound, story, and style. So these 4 elements figure out on what somebody might feel as being their best influence coming from the realm of music and entertainment. So I think that it's quite different today. You could have somebody that visually might say it all, not so much in a video, not so much in anything else other than what they're about. And that resonates to young listeners or watchers and viewers or experiences today.
But when we're talking about, you know, the likes of Living Just Enough for the City by Stevie Wonder or What's Going On by Marvin Gaye, they had messages. Do you feel like today's music still has a message, or is it just making you move?
The interpretations got kind of foggy. I always felt that every song has a message in it anyway. Which direction is it going? What's leading what into what is depending on what's playing it.
But what you have curated here, people who are listening to these artists for the first time, never heard Billie Holiday's Strange Fruit. Are you hopeful that they'll come away with something?
They got a supercomputer on their hip. There ain't no excuse for not knowing. And I tell people all the time, it ain't new just because you never knew. You can engage them on anything and they could begin to dig into it. Like Bruce Lee said, you know, I cannot teach you, but I can help you explore yourself. And I think that's going to be the beginning of people breaking more culture out to others.
Lastly, who are you listening to? I know we've been kind of vilifying the iPhones and our gadgets and stuff, but who do you have stored up in your electronic?
I curate. I have a rap station, which is 10-station channel internetwork that breaks down hip hop for the casual to go in there and say it's all kinds of dynamics. It's international. We have an international station. We have an all-woman 24-hour-a-day station. We got the visual side, rstvapp.com, which shows our stuff from our streams. And I spend my time at what all my people do over there to listen to what I listen to.
Our thanks to Chuck D for that conversation.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.